Thank you for joining me for this video. This will be a pick a card and it is, are you following your path of destiny? There will be timestamps in the description box below for each of the cards' messages. Also, please remember that this is a general message, a general reading, and so the messages may or may not resonate with you, and that's okay. Just take what does and please leave the rest. Also, remember to like the video, please share the video, and feel free to leave any comments because this helps the algorithm so that more people actually get to see the videos. And please subscribe to my channel if you're not already subscribed. That really helps my channel to grow, and also it helps other people get to see the videos. And remember to hit the notification bell so you don't miss out on any of the upcoming videos. Okay, so take a moment to see where your attention is being drawn to. So we have a rose quartz heart here, we have an amazonite heart here, and we have an opal aura quartz here. So see where your attention is being drawn to. Try to feel into intuition rather than the logical side of your brain. See if you're being connected to the cards by perhaps one of the crystals here. If you do need more time to focus in on where your attention is being drawn to, then please pause the video. Otherwise, we will start straight away with pile 1. Okay, so for those of you who chose pile 1, let's have a look and see what the answers are. So, card 1 is the life you were born into. Can we please have the message to come through, which is for the highest good of the viewers, please? So for those who chose card 1 or pile 1, the life you were born into is that one. And okay, the second card is what your soul is calling for. Can we please have what your soul is calling for? So for the viewers that chose pile 1, the second card is what your soul is calling for. Okay. Oh, we've got 2 there. Alright, so we'll take that and we'll put that there. And what is the challenge or the decision, the change or action that you're being called to make? Okay. So let's just move things along. Okay. So let's have a look and see what the first card is and what the messages are. So the life you were born into. We have nourishment, body care, tenderness, and rest. So let's see what the message is, and it's water your garden. Okay, so what I'm getting with this card is that maybe the life you've been living has been one of go, 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 full on, constantly. You're always under pressure. You're always in a stressful situation. You seem to race through life. You may be exhausted constantly, or not. If you're not constantly, well then for long periods of time. Perhaps you have not been looking after yourself by eating well, or by exercising, or drinking good quality water, not having enough rest and relaxation. You are basically burning the candle at both ends. Maybe you have been suffering with an illness, an underlying illness, or an underlying maybe an immune deficiency disorder. This is the life that you were born into. You have been putting too much pressure on yourself and on your body, trying to keep up with everyone else around you. Maybe you have things going on all the time in your brain, in your mind, that your mind just never stops. You're always thinking about the next thing that you need to do, or the next thing that is coming. You sort of let stress overtake you, overtake your body. You may be a constant worrier. You certainly don't have the time where you look after yourself, where you put yourself first, where you have time for self-care. So let's have a look and see what the second card is, which is what your soul is calling for. Okay, let's have a look. What does it say? So we have Pulse of the Mother, slow down, time in nature. So that's what your soul is calling you to do. It's asking you to slow down. It's asking you to take time out. It's asking you to rejuvenate, take some time in nature, ground, feel the earth beneath your feet, feel the pulsing of the earth coming through your feet, which will help clear anything that is blocking you from looking after yourself. So I'm going to go to the book and see what the message is this card is bringing through. A mysterious pulse is woven through all of life. The planet itself has a rhythm. You can see it in the seasons and the tides. In our world of artificial lighting, long working hours and modern conveniences, it's easy for us to feel stuck and off kilter. It's time to reconnect with nature and surrender to the pulse of the earth. Today, many of us are disconnected from the land beneath us. Somewhere along the way, a severing happened, a moment when it became too painful to stay connected. We feel unsupported and as if we don't belong. We look to other people and the external world to fill the void of the connection, holding and belonging once given to us by the earth. Taking, clutching, conquering, longing for others to receive us fully as the mother once did, forgetting that she's still here, waiting for us to remember and activate the part of us that longs to receive her embrace. When you consciously connect with the earth, a veil is lifted and she opens up and receives you more fully. You're able to drink from her sweet waters and release what no longer serves you. Stagnant energy falls away and you become connected to all things on the planet. So this is part of a self-care routine, is to actually stop. Take some time out. Have a nice relaxing bath. Go into nature. Walk amongst the trees. Listen to the birds. Feel the wind whisk through past your face and through your hair. This, your soul is calling for you to take time out, because the life that you have been living is not sustainable. The level of exhaustion that you may have been feeling is not sustainable. You're almost burnt out if you're not already. You are far more capable of dealing with things when you are not constantly on that treadmill, on that, in the rat race, when you're constantly in that fight or flight mode. This is saying to you, you really, now is the time. Now is the time to take time out, to slow down, reassess the situation, reassess how you are living your life. So let's see what this other card was. And we've got serious energy, bringing harmony and balance. Yes. See, this is asking you, this is confirmation that you need to bring more harmony and balance into your life because you're out of kilter. Go out in the night sky and look up at the stars. Look at the sun. Look at the moon. It's all energy that will help you to balance and bring you into harmony. The energy from the sun and the moon and the stars, the night sky, is all uplifting energy. It's healing energy. Your soul is calling for you to reconnect. Reconnect with the sun, reconnect with the moon, reconnect with the earth, reconnect with yourself in a sense of harmony and balance. Because when you're in that state of balance, you are then able to see things differently, you are able to see different perspectives, you are able to see properly what is for your highest good and what is not. Okay, so now we'll go to the last card and see what the challenge, the decision, the change or action you're being called to make. And we have inner child, tenderness, innocence, rare gifts, the golden children. Okay, so this is asking you to connect to your inner child. So by that, it's connecting to that innocence. It's finding some joy in your life. It's finding some creativity. It's finding more the innocence of what life is all about. So let's see what the message is that this card, let me see if I can find it. Okay, just bear with me while I find where it is. It would be good if I could see it. The golden children, there it is. Okay, so the message from this card is Okay, golden children, children of the sun, are highly advanced, extremely intelligent souls who are incarnating increasingly on planet Earth. They have little or no personal karma and possess incredible gifts and intuitive abilities. Golden children are born with a very clear mission. Many remember it from a young age and begin answering and sharing it early in life. Due to their unique intelligence, they may find themselves easily bored at school. Most have never incarnated on Earth before, and so, if they're not supported in the right ways, they struggle with physical life here. They're often referred to as the new humans. With this card, it may be a sign that you're being called to mother, father, or nurture a child. You may be called to tend to your own inner child, a creative idea or project, or a new beginning. To treat yourself or the new beginning with sweet, tender love. To nurture and nourish it. To give every chance to grow and reach adulthood. To encourage it. To water it. To see the world through the innocence of a child. To see yourself and all others as innocent children. To remember that deep down everyone is trying their best, and if they're treated with a tender heart, they'll not harden as they journey through this great adventure called life. So yes, the action that you are asked, or the change that you are being asked to make, is to see life from a different perspective. It's to nurture your own inner child, because it all will relate back to why this is the life that you are leading. So by getting in touch with the deep down emotions or the deep down feelings from when you were a child, and to help nurture those feelings into a more harmonious and balanced way, will help you to live out the rest of your life in the way that you are meant to, which is sharing your gifts, being more nurturing to yourself as well as to others around you. It's also asking you to be more creative, so perhaps that's a hidden talent or a hidden gift that you have not been acknowledging. Maybe through your artwork or your music. That may be a way to help other people as well. You're being asked to care for yourself a lot better as well. Treat yourself with more tenderness. Be more forgiving. Love yourself more. All that can help change the path that you are on. Okay, so that was the reading I had for those of you who chose card 1. I hope that there was something in there that resonated for you. And until next time, thank you for listening. For those of you who chose pile 2, let's have a look and see what the messages are and what the information that's coming through for you. Okay, so the first card will be the life you were born into. So Spirit Universe, can we please have the message come through for those that chose pile 2, the life they were born into? What is the message, please? The life they were born into. For for the highest good of the viewers that chose pile 2, please. Okay, we have that one. And what is their soul calling for, please? What is their soul calling for, please? What is the message that their soul wants them to hear? Okay. And can we please have now the message for the challenge, the decision, the change or action that they are being called to make, please? Okay. Alright, so let's have a look and see what these messages are that have come through for you. So the first card is the life you were born into. And we have longing for home, homesick for the stars. Alright, well this card is saying that obviously longing for home, homesick for the stars. You may have had a life of always feeling that you didn't belong. Wherever you were didn't feel like home. Maybe even within your own family, you may have felt like you were the odd one out. You were the black sheep. You had nothing in common with your siblings or your parents or any other members of the family. Because of this, you may have been constantly searching for a place to call home. Travelling may be a big part of your life because you are constantly searching for somewhere where you do feel connected, that you do feel like you belong. Remember that the reason you may be feeling like this is because you are from the stars. You are from the cosmos, but you chose to be here at this time. You chose this because you had things you needed to learn. You had lessons that obviously you needed to learn. Also, you chose to be here to help Planet Gaia ascend, to help humanity ascend, to realise the changes that are going on in this world at this time. You chose to be here for that, and you chose that because you knew that you could help. You knew that your vibration, your frequency would help. You're being asked to commit to embodying the life that you have here. To realise that you don't need to travel the world to try to find somewhere to call home, or to feel so isolated or so alone. You're not alone. You are always loved and supported by the universe, by your spirit guides. But you are being asked to put both feet on the ground and know that where you are is where you are supposed to call home at this time. It could also mean that if you haven't been travelling the world for a place to call home, you may be constantly or have been constantly searching for your tribe, for a group of people where you can feel that you can call them home. Finding tribe is good. Finding people that are on the same page as you is good. But you have to realise that your home is where you are at. Don't constantly keep searching. Realise that you are here from elsewhere and that you chose to be here for a reason. And maybe that was part of one of the lessons you needed to learn, was that you could be connected to Earth, connected to other people, to find your tribe, to help ascend to help ascend humanity. Okay, so now let's see what your soul is calling for. Okay, deep cellular healing, Arcturus energy, physical and emotional healing. Yeah, so I'm tying that back into here. You need to understand that the constant searching is not helping you, it's causing you more grief. This is asking you to start looking after yourself more on a physical level as well as an emotional level. So let's see what the card's message is. So your body knows how to heal. Healing is your natural state. Physical and emotional disharmony can be a reflection of how the world, inner and outer, has been out of alignment. If you're suffering from a mystery or chronic illness, don't allow yourself to think you've done something wrong. Today, it's difficult to navigate our health. If this card has made its way to you, you're being called to focus on your healing in practical ways, to prioritise your health, to be kind and tender to your miraculous body, to give yourself the grounding and care you need, to put your body first, to nourish yourself as you would a newborn baby, to treat yourself with tender care. And that may be because you have been constantly travelling or searching, let's say searching, that you have actually forgotten about looking after yourself on an emotional and physical level. You may not have been eating well, you may not have been exercising. All this is part of the imbalance that your body may be going through, that you're being called to pay attention to heal. Okay, let's go back to the book. You may be called to switch things up with your body or your emotional being, to call in a team of helpers to support you in navigating any challenges you may experience emotionally. The Arcturians are a galactic group of beings who have mastered deep cellular and emotional healing. They want you to know that it's possible to feel vibrant in your body and well in your skin, to have your cells return to effervescence and vitality, to find calmness and contentedness, to have a soothed nervous system and a tranquil heart. Yes, again, telling you that you are connected and you can be in your physical body here on earth and to go all in rather than be feeling like you don't belong anywhere. It's having that connectedness to earth and to your body that you are here in. It's time to heal that feeling of displacement, that feeling of isolation, that feeling of being alone. try and find something that brings you joy, something that you can connect with, that will help you connect more with being here on earth, being in this incarnation. Understand that this is part of your healing, that this may be the reason that you came here feeling that disconnect, because one of the lessons you had to learn was to learn to connect with earth, to connect with humanity, to connect with people that are different to you. Who knows? But only you can answer that question. And of course it is a general reading, and so these messages may or may not resonate with you. That's understandable, but go within and really dig deep and ask yourself what you need to do to help your emotional healing or your physical healing, or both. Okay, so now let's have a look at the last card, which is the challenge or the decision or the change or action you're being called to make. And we have double mission. Light worker, star seed, serve the world by being you. Okay, so that ties into what I've just said about knowing you are a star seed, you are a light worker, you've come here on a mission which was to help Gaia ascend, to help raise the vibration and the frequency of humanity by shining your light. But you're also, the mission was for you to learn your lessons, to learn about being on earth, about being you in this physical body. So let's go to the book and see what the message that this card is sending through to you. Lightworker starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, which is your individual mission, and also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, which is a collective mission. Their collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel as if something's missing or that they're forgetting something important, which can tie back into, again, feeling this disconnect, feeling that you don't belong. It's common for light worker starseeds to feel that they're different, and they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as the spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and to step into it even more fully. You're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You also don't need to have a great big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passion and joys, and keep doing that, which is what I said here. When you trust and follow the simple path of things that light you up, and then lose yourself in the doing, you'll light up the world without even trying. So yeah, the change here is you're being asked to be more you, shine your light, spread your knowledge, open up to gifts that you may have which will help in both your soul mission and your Lightworker starseed mission. time to step out and be who you are meant to be your authentic self. Okay, so that was the message that, or the messages that came through for you. I hope there was something in there that resonated for you. And until next time, thank you for listening. Okay, pile 3, let's have a look and see what the messages are that are coming through for you. Okay, so the first card's message will be the life you were born into. Okay, so Spirit, Universe, Source, what is the message that's for the viewers that chose pile 3? What was the life that they were born into, please? Okay, we've got that one. Okay, so card 2, please can we have the message to come through for what their soul is calling them to do, please? Okay, so that one flipped over. And card 3, what is the challenge, the decision, the change or action that they are being called to make, please? What is the challenge, the decision, too many there, the change or action, again too many there, that they are being called to make, please? Okay, here we go. Alright, so let's have a look and see what the first message is that the card is giving you. So the life you were born into. We have jump in, Andromedan energy, adventure, say yes to change. Okay, so for me, this is saying to me that you've led a very adventurous life so far. You're always saying yes to every opportunity that has come your way. You may be one of these people who jumps in without thinking and without taking into consideration what the outcome may be, what may happen along the way. You may just think, bugger it, I'm going to do it, without even thinking about any of the consequences. So let's have a look and I'll see what message I get by looking at what this card is saying to you. Okay, so you love your freedom, you're very adaptable, you have a strong willingness and ability to change and go with the flow. You find calm in chaos. You swim with the tides. Yeah, you jump in without thinking. You don't wait for permission. You just, when you feel ready, you just go. You take a deep breath, a good old run up, and you jump right on in. Things may not always be smooth sailing, but you have learnt how to navigate any chaos that you come across when you do jump in. You're very adaptable and you do find a way through the calm or through the chaos, you find a way to be calm. You truly do live a life without checking what consequences are or what the pitfalls may be. You do just jump in. And that may have served you really well You know that you may not have come across too much chaos in your life with living your life like that. I'm sure you have experienced a lot of things that other people would only dare to dream about or think about. So now let's have a look and see what your soul is calling for. Lost lands, soul memories and gifts. You've done this before. Okay, so let's have a look what the message is from this card. I'm thinking though here that it's saying it's time to perhaps think a little bit more. It's time to connect to your soul's memory, to the gifts, because it's time to get to work perhaps. It's time to put those memories and those gifts into action. It's like you've forgotten what you came here for, and it's now saying that you've done this before. It's time to remember it and time to put all that you have learned from the past into action now. So let's see what the book actually says. As souls, many of us have experienced ancient eras on this planet that were much more advanced than ours today. As we begin to remember these times, the rememberings and gifts can come flooding back. At this stage in Earth's timeline, we need the wisdom of the ancients to survive as a species. You're being called to connect with the lost wisdom of your own soul. If you feel guided to make a change in your life, to step into a new career path, birth a creation or bring an idea to life, but feel unprepared, this card is calling you to consider that you've done this before. Perhaps your soul has wisdom beyond what your lifespan can imagine. Perhaps the intuitive hits and ideas you're receiving are divinely guided. Perhaps you've been preparing for this time. Some think that lost lands exist in the past. Others believe they exist today in a different dimension. I believe these ancient lands also exist in the souls of those who experience them. If this card comes to you, perhaps the wisdom of lost lands such as Lemuria, Atlantis and Avalon exist within you. And through surrendering to the intelligence of your soul, you can unlock the seeds of these ancient lands so we can all learn from our mistakes and usher in a new age. And that's what we are trying to do at the moment, isn't it? Is to realise our potential, to realise that we do have the ancient wisdom. We have done this before, and we know how not to do certain things because we have experienced so much from our past lifetimes in other incarnations. You're being called to remember what it is, the wisdom that you possess, the gifts that you have, and to put them to use. You're being asked to remember. Your soul is calling you to remember. It's calling you to wake your memories up. It's asking you to remember what you have done before so that you can help humanity and Earth now. And you may be asking, well, what can I do? But it's not just you. There's many, many starseeds and light workers, many of us who are here remembering that we have gone through certain things before that Earth is going through now. And our wisdom is helping to educate others on what the potentiality of outcomes could be if we go down certain paths. We all have ancient wisdom. We've all incarnated here many times before, and we bring in each incarnation the wisdom and the lessons that we have learnt from the previous incarnation. Sometimes we remember, sometimes we don't. But many who are awake at this time, many who are remembering their ancient wisdom at this time, came here for this specific reason, to help humanity ascend, to help Earth ascend, to help humanity move forward in a direction that is more beneficial for all of humanity. Okay, so now we will see what the third card is, which is the challenge, the decision, the change or action that you're being called to make. Okay, and the card is Child of the Cosmos. The intelligence of the universe lies within you. Yep. So that ties in with what we have here, that you have come here with the intelligence of the universe and of past lives to help Earth. You are a spiritual being. You are a light being here in a physical body to help the universe, to help Earth. And by doing that, we are helping the universe. As I say, so let me now go and see what the message is that is coming through with this card. There's a mysterious force that governs all of life, an intelligence that tells flowers when to bloom and the tides and seasons when to come and go. That intelligence is within you too. It was there before you drew your first breath, and it will be there well beyond your last. It's the part of you that informed every cell what to do when you were in your mother's womb. It's harder to resist this force than it is to surrender to it, because Earth is a planet of polarity and free will. It's easy to forget that this intelligence exists within us. So often we become disconnected from this pulse of life and fall into the pattern of believing that we're separate or feeling that we need to go it alone. We can feel isolated and as if we need to figure things out for ourselves, to rely on our own strength. You're being called to remember the intelligence that's within each and every one of your cells, to remember that you're a precious child of a loving, gentle universe, that you have access to all of the intelligence, wisdom, strength, flow and qualities that ever were, are or will be, and to remember that if flowers know exactly when and how to bloom, then you do too. So this is asking you to surrender more deeply into the intelligent flow of life. This is confirmation that you are being asked to stand out. You are being asked to use your gifts. You are being asked to remember those ancient memories and the wisdom, because that is the intelligence within you. We are all connected. We are connected with the flowers, with the trees, with the birds, with other humans. We are all connected. And it's as when we unite as one is when we are the most powerful, because there is that intelligence within each and every one of us. Okay, I'm going to leave that there. I hope that there was something in this reading that resonated with you. And until next time, thank you for listening.